Paul Watson is one of the most controversial figures in the environmental movement. A believer in direct action as opposed to protest, a man who believes that if the governments of the world will not protect the seals and the whales, then it's up to people like him.
I've never regarded myself as a protester. I think protesting is a very submissive sort of thing. It's like, please, please, please don't kill the whales, you know. And of course they do it anyway. I think that you have to go in there and be very aggressive, but at the same time mindful that you stay within the law and that you don't hurt anybody. Those are the two things that I think we have to be consistent with, and if we do, then I don't see how anything else is really wrong. As long as you're not hurting anybody, not breaking the law, what else is there that you're doing that's wrong or unethical? I've always looked on Sea Shepherd as an anti-poaching organization, that we're opposing the poachers of marine wildlife and we're destroying marine ecosystems, and so we're an interventionist organization, not a protest organization.
In 1981, we landed on the beach in Siberia to film and document illegal whaling activities. We were the first people to invade Russia since World War II. And it was an invasion. We simply landed on the beach. And there were 2 Soviet soldiers patrolling the beach. And the evidence was right there. They were killing whales for fur farms. 45 minutes, we documented everything. The soldiers did nothing because they assumed we had to be Russians. Who else would be landing on the beach? And from 1 mile distance where the ship was a British ensign, which looked like the Russian flag. So all they could see was a red flag. And so we filmed everything, and they didn't seem to be too inquisitive until I went to get back into the boat. And I was pushing the boat, and a Soviet soldier come up and he said, "Что это?" I said, "Это Zodiac." It's a Zodiac. And he says, "Это Mercury." And that's when I realized that we were in trouble because it was a Mercury outboard engine. So I turned my back to him quickly and I began pushing the boat. And I said to the 2, there's a UPI photographer, Eric Schwartz, and one of my crew. I said, "What's he doing?" He says, "Well, he's taking his gun down." I says, "Well, smile and wave at him, you know, like that, like you're, you know, it's perfectly natural," which they did. And that confused him. So he didn't know what to do. And I pushed the boat out, got in, and we motored back to the ship. We saw him running up towards the town. And we were feeling pretty good about it. We got the evidence. We're on our way down the coast of Siberia, and about an hour later, 2 helicopter gunships came out of nowhere and started firing flares across the bow. And then shortly thereafter, a big Soviet frigate comes in. They're chasing us down. They pulled up alongside, and the captain gets on the radio and said, "Sea Shepherd, stop your ship immediately and be prepared to boarded by the Soviet Union." And I said, "Well, we don't have room for the Soviet Union. We're not stopping." He didn't know how to deal with that, no, because I knew what was going through his mind. What is this ship? If I fire on this ship and I make a mistake, I'm in big trouble. So his whole thing was to get orders from Moscow. He's not going to make any order, and that bought us the time to get back over onto the U.S. side of the line. He chased us right to the line, and then he backed off.
The Green Interview is co-produced and directed by Chris Beckett, with the generous cooperation of Mount St. Vincent University in Halifax, Nova Scotia. For The Green Interview, I'm Silver Donald Cameron. See you next time.